I was shy about Shimakakri Dash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great Milton over well. I am not a member, however, I've entered into their labors. Peace and mercy to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this, wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. This isn't very long at all, but this is another testament to the showing the wiles of the devil. This is just an old dog with no new tricks, and even worse is I think a lot of us who have a certain level of understanding. You spend a certain amount of time in your own echo chamber, and things that should be obvious, you think that should be obvious to everyone, isn't, especially to the skewed mind of the average, everyday Joe Schmo Edomite. They are the stupidest fucking people next to black Christians. Like those two demographics are the stupidest people on the planet. And I'm gonna read this out, and you see who this is. A Facebook post here, and you show the page is called DT for P, right? You see it. So obviously it is to a certain demographic, and it is to their own detriment. These devils will believe anything as long as it has a so-called black face painted on it. And furthermore, this will push for, I don't know if this very instance, this was a quote-unquote mass unaliving, if that's what you want to say, in Austin, Texas. And it will get pushed, legislation or things like this, these FALSE, FLAGS that happen, they'll be used to, it further push Jacob's trouble, right? Kind of send a divide. These devils don't need a reason. All right, and I always point to Katrina. All right, Katrina showed you that they love to go after Jake no matter what. It's their own problem. They did it to themselves, and they'll blame Jake. They love blaming Jake for everything. So let's go ahead and read this, and I'm gonna just we'll move on. This wasn't meant to be very long. All right, so. And I want you to pay attention to the wording here, right? So you see Islamic Tea hits Austin. Senegalese immigrant he's wearing a hoodie that says property of Allah. All right. Slaughters Americans. And already the narrative being drawn, this choice of words is crazy, okay? In the heart of Texas, right, a naturalized U.S. citizen from Senegal, Ndiaga Diagne, whatever, unleashed hell on innocent patrons at Buford's backyard beer garden, killing 2 with reports of up to 3 dead, wounding 14 in a brazen early morning rampage. Police took him down fast, but not before blood flowed. All right, so he was, I guess, yeah, the threat was neutralized, right? And there's some people in his comments was like, well, did they get him? Already, you can tell people can't read. Stupid. And it will be to their own detriment. All right, they will fall in line with whatever legislation comes, and because they think it will be to Jake, but little do they know that same legislation is going to also put them in a bind as well. All right, the evidence screams jihadist motives, right? He wore a sweatshirt boldly declaring property of Allah, right? Sources confirm an Iranian flag or symbols on his undershirt. Like, are you serious? Are you really serious? Clear node to the mullah's regime, all right? A Quran set in his vehicle. The FBI is probing. The only thing that's missing is a manifesto. That's the one thing that they forgot this time, was a manifesto, right? Ties to the recent U.S. strikes on Iran, okay? So, and then there's your problem reaction here, and all right, and then it tells you why you should be mad, right? This isn't random violence. It's the deadly fruit of unchecked immigration, lax vetting, and refusal to name the enemy radical Islam. Now, I don't give a shit about Islam, but if we're gonna, let's call a spade and keep it even. What has Christianity done that was so peaceful? All right. So look at these stupid comments. All right, I really wonder if that bombing didn't happen, if this would have still, whatever. That's too much to read. Let's see. Stay vigilant. And there's a black person that says they are not like us, don't be fooled. Which, okay, and then there's a bunch of comments here. Let's see what else they got going. All right. This is Biden's legacy. Yeah. Now, I wonder if there's a video. If you see the video, gosh, I need to find it. I'm gonna link it. I'm gonna try to find it and link it in the description. But it looks like bad acting. Okay, now, a threat was neutralized, right? That means the area should have been cordoned off, and EMS should have been safe to go in. You got random people doing CPR on guys that look like they're playing dead. There's no blood. Okay, there needs to be blood somewhere. If somebody is shot with that caliber of a rifle, there should be a lot more carnage. All right, it should look a lot worse than what that video looked like. You got local PD. One is going back and forth between each body, not knowing what to do, and what it looks like is an exercise. It looks like an active shooter exercise, and there were too many bodies, and one person is walking around like, okay, you're good, and then he reports back to whoever the scene commander or whatever is, and say, this is how many casualties, this is who's hurt, this is who's not, this is what we need. That's what it looked like. It looked like a fucking exercise, and stupid ass people are just believing it. There in the video, in an area that's supposed to be cordoned off, you have supposed dead bodies. There's some girl just doing a random jog right by. It is insane. Okay. So he's really getting ready to come down with great wrath, and at the end of the day, they're going to try and link those of us who truly believe with Islam. No matter what, they will paint a narrative and they will stick to it and repeat it over and over and over, and there you have it, Jacob's trouble. Well, at least a piece of it. And there you got 2nd Ezra 15 happening. Because not only will these devils go after each other, they're going to take time to go after Jake. So with that being said, I didn't want this to be very long. And again, I will try to find this video and link it in the description box. I have to find this video. This looks insane. It looks crazy as hell. The girl, oh my gosh. But anyway, like I said, continue to be repentant, continue to pray without ceasing, and ask for the covering of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Because when these so-called white folks come, they really finna show out. They just need a reason. They don't even need a reason. But again, this will be linking. This is going to be used, or something similar events will be used to link those who truly believe with radical Islam. And now you've been lumped in with a name, with a faceless, ever-growing enemy. There's no way to actually neutralize an enemy like that, because it's not a person. It is an ideology. War on drugs, war on terror. Do you understand? Do you see the same thing over and over? How long, oh Lord? That's what we need to be praying. How long?